it's just easy again. So just do it. Yeah, rewarding because you can see results ultimately. And I don't have to do anything other than chat to you for half an hour every couple of weeks, and sometimes it's probably like 10 minutes. So yeah, I mean, it really couldn't be easier. And then if there is an issue or whatever, Ross is like, "Oh yeah, I'll sort that out. I'll get in contact," or vice versa. So yeah, I think it's just working really well. I'm Ben Skidawatts. I own and run a architectural design company, and we specialise in timber buildings. We're based in Nottingham, in the UK.
Working with us, what kind of problems were you facing in terms of getting new work booked in? How were you getting work booked in previously?
I guess it was by chance, or it felt like that. I mean, we were doing some SEO stuff ourselves. Whether it was working or not, who knows? And like, I don't know how much that matters. But yeah, it was kind of sporadic. Sometimes we put like a Facebook post up on a local group, and we get a bunch of inquiries. Sometimes social media would work. Sometimes it wouldn't. So yeah, it was just kind of ad hoc, really.
Ad hoc strategy, nothing really consistent or scalable, was it?
No, I mean we were working on stuff, but like nothing had been finalized. So in lots of respects, having you guys come on and just take it over from where we got to already, and just obviously building on that and coming up with new strategies and actually like going ahead and doing what we've been talking about for the last year. Yeah, or trying to make time to do in the last year has been good. Yeah.
And then how have you kind of found the first 2 months working with us so far?
Easy. Well, it's like you guys have just been doing what you need to do, and yeah, and so in that respect, it's kind of just been easy. Maybe I've not been as present as I need to be during this time. So maybe it would have been more productive had I been more involved. I don't know. But then ultimately, I don't know about SEO and all that stuff. And that's why you guys are doing it and not me, because I don't know anything about it. So yeah, I think it's pretty easy.
Yeah. That's quite a unique experience, and for it to be positioned like that as well. Did you have to manage or learn anything technical, or was it all handled for you?
I absolutely did not, thankfully. And yeah, you guys just do what needs to be done. Yeah, so I can concentrate on what I'm good at.
And then in terms of the results we've seen so far, so in the first 6 weeks, how much of book jobs have you brought in? How have you found the first 2 months?
I don't know. I think you have the statistics on that.
Yeah. So
I don't know how many inquiries there's been. There's definitely been a decent pickup of new projects, and there's some really exciting projects. But I don't actually know what the figures are.
yeah, so to kind of
you
tie it
just
all
put that
together.
bit in as you need to.
Yeah, so we've actually brought in more than 6 figures worth of jobs in the first 6 weeks of working together. That's kind of where we're sitting at. I'd say from initial launch, so when we first started working together to the results coming in, how quickly was that for you?
I think it was like 10 days or something, wasn't it? It wasn't a lot. I think it would have been quicker had I been more available at the start, because I think if I remember rightly, we tried to do a couple of meetings and I was just too busy, or I was away or something. So I think it could well have ended up being 7 days or something. But I mean, 10 days from the start to having an advert up and then some inquiries is like not long, is it really?
Not long at all.
Yeah.
Then of the kind of inquiries that we brought in, how many have you had a site consultation, and how many exciting projects, like you say, have been brought in?
I think there's been like 7 or 8 maybe. obviously there's been way more inquiries than that.
Kind of new as well. What's your favorite part about working with us and like having us as a team behind the scenes?
And like having seen the results, because obviously at the beginning it's kind of a gamble. You don't really know, like we don't know each other, and you kind of approached us and so on. So you're kind of unsure, but I think seeing the results so quickly has kind of definitely given us confidence gives me confidence, but you guys really know what you're doing and it's working, and we're constantly tinkering and making improvements and so on. So it's been enjoyable, and it's rewarding because you can see results ultimately. And I don't have to do anything other than chat to you for half an hour every couple of weeks, and sometimes it's probably like 10 minutes. So yeah, I mean, it really couldn't be easier. And then if there is an issue or whatever, Ross is like, "Oh yeah, I'll sort that out. I'll get in contact," or vice versa. So yeah, I think it's just working really well.
I'm great to hear. I mean, that means a lot. And then you kind of touched on that it being super easy and just good for you. What kind of advice or words would you give to someone who's on the fence of kind of signing up or wanting to jump in?
Chill, just do it. No, what would I say? Yeah, I think like I try and be reassuring, but like it's going to work. It will help you, and like the quality of work is going to get better as well, because you're reaching clients, but you can't ordinarily, or trying to get into new areas, but you can't ordinarily just do yourself organically by flyering or whatever. Putting an advert in a local paper, but invariably 90% of the population put straight in the bin without even looking at it. I think, and you guys are, as algorithms change, etc., you know about them, and you're already thinking about the next move and how to outsmart that. So it's just easy again. So just do it. Yeah. It seems like a lot of money, but it's still cheaper than employing somebody. So and you're just outsourcing and you just get on with it. So
Perfect. Great to hear that. And then in terms of your kind of busyness, in terms of garden room bookings, how has that looked? Like, has that impacted your service area? Have you grown in service area? Have you grown the kind of ticket level of the projects that you're running?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of inquiries but are further afield, which I wouldn't ordinarily think to go to, but actually turns out we're only like 20 minutes away. I was like, wow, that's a really long way away, and actually it doesn't take long to get there, so it's fine. So I guess it has grown the service area. There's still quite a lot of stuff in and around where I've already worked. But I guess that's just because it's an affluent client area, so that's probably where you end up working or want to work anyway.
And then how have you found kind of working with us, the level of ongoing support?
I think Ross is probably better placed to answer that question, because he just kind of deals with it, which is great. So I think from what I've seen in the chat, you guys have just been figuring everything out and just getting on with it. So I think the support's really good. Yeah, or like we spotted a problem and then it's been resolved, and that's kind of the end of it. Easy.
Pretty much. And then I'm glad to hear. I mean, our aim of the game is to make sure that you're able to focus on what you do best, right? Not worrying about the rest of them. Is there anything you'd wish you'd known earlier in the process with working with us, or just with kind of growing the business in a whole?
We will do everything, and it's like so many people say that, and then suddenly you've got like a ton of stuff to do. And like I think we had that one Zoom meeting for like 45 minutes or something to set everything up, and then that was it. Again, like, it's just easy. So yeah, true to your word in that respect.
Well, I'm glad to hear. That means a lot.
Yeah. It's like so many people are like, oh yeah, you literally don't have to do anything, just sign here and we'll do everything else. And then suddenly you've got like 20 hours worth of work a week on top of whatever else you're doing. So that didn't quite work out well.
Thank you very much for the feedback and also like the kind words as well in terms of how you've actually found it. Really, really enjoy working together. And let's keep it going for the long term.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good.
For sure.
Brilliant.
Right. Have a great rest of your day. And
thank you.
Right,
Thanks very much.